Welcome to Metro Studio 101 at Cuyahoga Community College. I'm Brian Hall, Associate Professor of English and Faculty Coordinator of Metro Studio 101, the creative learning space on the Metropolitan campus.
And I'm Brenda Boschella, a reading specialist at the Metro campus. And this is the ABCs of studio teaching. Our intent is to provide some active learning strategies for you to use in your classrooms.
Today A is for alternative timeline.
Now, alternative timelines give students an opportunity to explore circumstances, systems, events, and decisions, speculating on different outcomes depending on the actions taken or not taken at specific points throughout the process.
So for this particular exercise, we are going to use Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson. The outcomes of this particular assignment, the general education outcomes, fall under civic responsibility, critical and creative thinking, and cultural sensitivity. So the materials you need, in addition to the book, whatever book you might be using or chapter you might be using, would be, well, in our space would be dry erase boards, but you can do this on poster paper or have to use notebook paper at their desks. So the first thing you would do is you would have students pick somebody from the chapter that they have been assigned to start to create the timeline. And so for this example, we're going to use Marcia Colby from chapter 12 in the book. So you just have the students go through with the person that they've chosen and go through all the main points in the chapter of that person's life. So you can see that here. You then can have the students discuss why they picked those particular moments. And that's usually a good discussion within the class. The next thing you want to do is have students find that moment where they can create another timeline. They can branch off. So for this example, we have chosen pregnant at 43 with no prenatal care. And you can see that we created the branch. The students then create what if questions that they feel what could have happened if that branched off if things were different. So the questions here are, what if the construction job had better health care? What if there were stronger social programs available? And what if she had a better education so she could have a different job? Allow the students the time to elaborate on those what if questions to determine why they thought that these would create a different outcome for the character. And then from there, have the students go through to what that different outcome could be. So in this particular example, Marcia Colby maybe still would have a stillbirth, but would have been at a hospital. There would be a cemetery grave, a grieving process, and then eventually moving back to work. The main thing, though, is always to have the students discussing. So have them discuss the new ending of the timeline. Now, once you do this in class, there's a number of follow-up activities you can do. You can have students journal about it, or you can also have them do a variety of other writing assignments.
There's also other applications in disciplines outside of English. Perhaps you're in a health careers course or a nursing course, and you could think about during case studies, how changing one symptom that a patient presents with would alter the diagnosis or the care plan that students would be creating. Perhaps in math, you might take an equation and simply change one symbol from a positive to a negative, and then see how that alters either the answer to the problem or the way the problem is solved. Get creative, collaborate with your colleagues, and think of ways that you can use this strategy, alternative timelines, in your classroom.
Thanks for watching. Bye.